Merhaba arkadaşlar. Bugün tekrardan sizlerle birlikteyiz. Bugün yine Hogwarts Legacy'nin gameplay'ini inceleyeceğiz. İkinci bir gameplay videosu yayınlandı. Bugün ona bakacağız sizinle birlikte. Hiç uzatmadan direkt videoya geçiyoruz. Şöyle. Evet arkadaşlar, videoya geçiyoruz. Şöyle. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Arkadaşlar burayı hızlı geçiyorum. Şunu da açalım da daha fazla ışık olsun.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today. First up, we have community guest host, Ben Snow.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have game director, Alan Tu.
Hello everybody.
And systems designer, Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
And finally, just on screen capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Coram. Today we'll be giving you a taste of the open world via broom flight, a deeper look at combat using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement, where we may even see some beasts.
Oh, that might see some monsters.
Right where we
Yeah.
left off in our
Oh,
last day
really?
show.
Just
I didn't
Just
see this.
outside
Yeah.
Hogwarts, which I love that you can walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and
Yeah.
then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open
Last
world.
video stop here.
And
Yeah.
Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and, and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground, and
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel
Gazelle.
like
Çok
the
güzel.
brooms are fun
Very
for me,
good.
not just
Very
because
beautiful.
of all those feelings of exhilaration, but because they're not just I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the
Still
lower
doesn't
right, there's
us
a meter there,
will be
and occasionally
Quidditch
as
or not?
Andrew's kind of flying up or flying down, you might notice
Well, I
it's
wondered that.
or not. And this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known and advanced and everything that we know and love. This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out. You know, we're not at the 3,000 yet. We're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so.
You see, the
just
brooms
right now
are
because
like
it's just
older, so they're not
beautiful.
going to
The
be
world
as
is
fast
just
and
so-
things.
By the way, the broom, is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have.
You don't need to translate. I can see this baby.
Oh, is it?
So that
Maybe you
sells a
missed it,
variety
yeah?
of different
Yeah,
brooms, and
okay.
It was important to us that the player could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
Yeah, most
Ah.
of those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom you can only fly, you can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of close to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know it better, and you can participate that and get better and better brooms through that.
I see.
And I love that mechanic encourages you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like it's got this kind of surfing
Yeah.
vibe over the.
Looks pretty.
Looks really
I wanna
good.
snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to that forest and to that hamlet, or I don't know if that's how it's called. I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're actually gonna land here, and I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we.
So
refer to
little
it as.
village, is it?
And so
It's called a
we all know
hamlet.
from
That's what
lore
they're
that
saying.
that's maybe
Hamlet
the only
means like a little village.
within Britain. But we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of barren as you leave out this direction and that direction. And so we just imagine these different dwellings, these different smaller locations that wizards might live in out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those And so we refer to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you'll also notice on the mini-map like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent gameplay in the hamlets that you
The
can
game's going to be
participate in, whether it's
huge.
events
Yeah,
or different
looks
puzzles and
like.
challenges.
Look at just all of the
Exist.
1, 2,
Each one of
3,
those
4,
icons
5,
is
6,
different
7.
opportunities for gameplay.
There's just
And
7
you'll notice
icons in
that
this
that's something
tiny
as we
little
venture out
place.
into the
But
open
I
world
don't-
as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see
Actually, this is
those
items
icons,
play.
whether they're on the mini-map
This is
or on
shop
the map
just.
or
Yeah,
off
but
in
this
the
is like
distance,
the
those things
open
are
world, so it's not
opportunities to
part of the
say,
main
like, I want to increase
story.
my
Yeah.
inventory
But you
capacity.
could do it all.
Yeah.
Puzzles left behind by old wizards, you know, that you can solve.
Yeah, we'll be
that
busy.
grant
If you want
those.
it to be.
If you see ruins off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. And as you kind of encounter different enemies dotted on the landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different magical resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I right away want to just cover all of those points on the map just by going over there.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount.
Aa,
We're going to hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
tahmin etmiştim. Oo.
Or you get that if you pre-order the game.
You can use it as a horse.
Ha, eğer arkadaşlar ön siparişte bulunursanız bunu alabileceksiniz. If you pre-order, you can use this.
Yeah.
You can totally ride it like a ground mount.
Ah,
and you
okay.
can
I
lift
think-
up
The riders.
I assume it's because it's black rather than grey.
Each of those interactions.
Oh,
so the brain
I will
is
get
really
the,
reaching that
black.
top speed at kind of
Yeah,
traveling
pre-order the game.
world as quickly
I
as
will
possible.
pre-order.
But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff.
You don't
at
want-
ground speed,
Yeah.
Or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels
Oh.
amazing just to be
Yeah.
riding around on a hippogriff. Look at it. Yeah, it really is kind of like.
Doesn't look fake.
No.
Being on it, and it's a great feeling managing those transitions, kind of going.
Arkadaşlar çok güzel oturtmuşlar ya.
And just being able to go wherever you want.
Baksana hani öyle şey hissettirmiyor, böyle basit hissettirmiyor.
It's based around Scotland because
Doesn't look basic.
no, it's based around Scotland, and obviously because we're from England, so I'm from England. These areas are so similar to like what we know.
Yeah.
So it really is like England and Scotland.
Yeah.
Where the world
Absolutely.
opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment.
I mean, maybe not this bit here, but
Ya burası
generally,
değil belki. Yani, absolutely, yeah, you're right.
Challenges in different
But
areas.
generally, if you
looks
look
like
like,
England,
looks
yeah.
like, yeah, Scottish and British.
But there, we have got like a coast, and we've got
The
different
British
coastal
people made
environments
this.
out in the world just to kind of
This world.
pepper your
But yeah,
experience
Yeah,
with exploring
American company made this
all
world,
these
but
things that just was really-
generally,
Hogwarts is
yeah.
English.
British.
It's like so rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s.
I'm so excited. I will see this world, you know,
Yeah.
because all future, all past, we didn't see like this.
I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes, yes, yes, please. I love snow.
That's all I want.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, winter's coming.
That's what it looks like here now.
Winter's came.
Like, it looks so realistic.
Wow,
Oh my god, it changes the landscape.
winter's
like,
came. Oh, it's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
And it does look like that now.
Actual, like, gameplay
When you're driving around, this is what.
Yeah,
what we see.
absolutely.
Or does it look
Yeah,
like just the weather?
absolutely looks like England. Absolutely.
Yeah, we really use it as a narrative marker.
Look how
through
the,
game. So
the
as we
wind
progress
is
into
going
the
across his
storyline,
wings
it's
and that.
important
Yeah.
for us to kind of,
You
like,
see the wind?
have those
Yeah, yeah.
It's
kind of felt like when you're reading
That's
the
so
book.
realistic, yeah.
really
There you see kind
detailed.
of like the title card, winter, and now the landscape has changed, and you're really feeling that passage.
This is
of
not
time
little
as a
job.
student, you know,
No.
going through your year
This is
at
big
Hogwarts.
job.
And I think we wanted to duplicate that.
Oh, this-
and
this
for me,
could be
it's really
Game of
fun
the
that
Year
it's not
next
just
year.
on the outside, which
I don't know what else is
really
coming, but
really
for quality,
If Spider-Man
in the school
maybe, yeah.
came, maybe Spider-Man because Venom coming, second game.
Where
you know.
Hogsmeade reacts to holidays, and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change. that really help just kind of make me feel like I'm there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not just you know, for the seasons, those kind of vibe things. Like we have a day-night cycle, and that day-night cycle.
This game could be Game of the Year.
Yeah,
that's what I just said.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you are. No, I say you're right.
Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down. Just when there's just candlelight and students kind of like. As
What's make me afraid? You know, they doesn't show battle. They doesn't show battle system. Fight system.
I know they're showing that now.
O güzel güzel güzel.
After this,
Tamam arkadaşlar. Yani korkum vardı yani dövüş sistemini göstermediler bunca zaman. Şimdi göstereceklermiş, güzel.
They said they're going to show this free world, more about fighting, and then the room of requirements.
Oh, good.
No, I mean, you talk about going anywhere and things that you can see in the distance, and that's one of my. I still can't get over, like, no matter, I play this so much, but I still can't get over the fact that I can see Hogwarts out there, and there's just something beautiful about knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the professors, all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the
Arkadaşlar ben açık konuşayım. Ben asla yani gidip de fast travel yapmayacağım. I will not the fast travel. I will always fly.
I'm speechless right now.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just, oh my god.
As much as we want to spend a lot more time
why I play this game
No,
if I not travel.
I think this is a great opportunity.
For me, important to see this world.
Yeah, I think for me it's the same because I'm not very good at the combat and the fighting.
Yeah.
The fact
I just thought you will like this game.
because it's more like, I know it's not the same as Animal Crossing, but
in the Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena
this is the Dark Arts Battle training.
And Digital Deluxe Edition.
Oh, yasak var mı?
Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just
yasak ormana gidebileceğiz oğlum.
the main menu of the game or something like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set, and here he's pulling out the Thestral, which is part of that Dark Arts pack from the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe.
So you get that if you buy the Digital Deluxe.
That's good. That's
So you when you buy it, you have to buy the digital. You know how God of War, you got all your free
Asshole,
things.
they know how he sell
Yeah, extras.
extras. Yeah.
Because we're going to get that, aren't we? Realistically.
Yeah. Exactly.
this in the game, or you can like practice.
Yeah, so in the base game we have 2 combat arenas normally, and so everyone has access to those. And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to.
I would see how good, yeah.
I don't know.
Cosmetic for your character.
I don't know how he would be alive.
In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true, the combat arena. But one of the things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So. The unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have access to through the base game and going to be able to earn, and they can make choices in order to.
They doesn't show.
And they can also commit to that down with certain talents and things like that. When you play the Dark Arts Combat Arena, you actually have.
And he's setting up his spells, so you know peeking.
And so it's a chance to kind of like tour and play with the Dark Arts and decide whether or not that is a path that you kind of want.
If it doesn't show us, why you show me blue screen?
To get people excited, you can see how many Dark Arts spells are coming.
I can still see.
You don't get this unless you do the Digital Deluxe. So that's not very fair. You don't eventually unlock it.
This is not good. Yeah, you're right. Oh. Havada kadavra çekti lan. Oğlum öldürdü lan direkt.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away, like when we use Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Situations. You'll notice that like the meter takes up a lot longer to kind of build up as a way to kind of deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some we'll probably talk about
Oğlum dövüş sistemi çok iyi gözüküyor. It looks amazing. Just
that you just have questions about.
sadece şu yapay zekayı görmek istiyorum. Yeah. I just wonder. I'm fighting with this guy, but other guy what's he doing? Look, he waiting. This is not good. Did you see? I'm fighting with him. He waiting. What are you waiting for?
This is a training arena.
But still, he does.
Maybe no.
He should fight with us. Ama this is nice.
Yeah. So as your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient magic spell.
I think this gets harder. This is the third wave, so I think they're getting harder because it's a training arena.
And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's abilities that kind of bubble up under the player as he's fighting,
Bak,
forcing the move.
did you see? He doesn't do anything else.
The player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to
Yapay zekada problemler duruyor hala arkadaşlar. Bak, diğerleri bekliyor. Sorun burada.
But it might get harder.
And
not about the harder, baby.
You know, but if you think for somebody like me, babe, who I can't fight on games, I find it really hard.
But they are waiting. Look, they doesn't even move.
Right. But if this is only level 3,
Yeah, he not fight with us, but he move.
right? Okay.
He doesn't do anything else. Look, did you see? Look. Arkadaşlar yapay zekada hala büyük bir sıkıntı var yani. Bunu görebiliyorsun. Ama az öncekiydi bak. Bu güzeldi işte. It's good. Did you see? He fight with us. Yapay zekada kesinlikle bir sıkıntı var arkadaşlar.
For me, the only way I can kill them is if they stand still long enough.
Yani bu kadar hani kişiyle dövüşmemizin bir mantığı kalmıyor bu sefer.
I know for you it's not good, but if it's like this in the game, for me, I have chance.
But everybody not play like this.
Yeah. But I know, like, that's all. I always stop playing games because I always get killed.
Oğlanın fantezisi için hep söyleyebilir.
And so, there are dark arts fantasies. There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts character, things like that.
I turned him into a chicken.
Occasionally being.
Did you see?
Yeah.
And we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are, and whether or not you want to play with prep, on the fly, or with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool because like it's like I see so much like going on the stream, there's so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style works best. I mean, I feel like it's the dark arts is going to be the easiest route, but that ancient magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we are going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable curses away, and heading to the requirement, which is your home within Hogwarts, a personalizable space that actually has some utility as well, where you get to brew things and grow things, and also care for some beasts. All right, Andrew's got us.
So this
in
is your
room
secret room.
Yeah. Wearing, we kind of went casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper. And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character
like
and
a
the visuals of
there.
your character, but actually this space is a
Kind of mixed Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter, because in Harry Potter they don't really talk too much about the animals.
So you can change the architecture in here. Different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours.
What? This is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my god.
That's the thing, is not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So
Vay. Harbiden güzelmiş bu.
Statues that you can do, and ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just a bunch of little things that really flesh out the space and bring it to
It's
life.
fucking cool.
Because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different objects.
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it basically anywhere.
Oh my god, it's so tiny. It's like for baby Niffler.
And I love how the system too is designed. It's not mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive design of
It's huge, just as your own personal space, but it's massive.
Not just like there, it's like it almost like it apparates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing, is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. And we really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well. And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously, you'll be growing your plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
It's so complicated. Will be.
That's what I'm a little bit worried about, is how complicated it seems. Like there's so much. Like you've got to grow your own plants to make your own potions to take to battles that you don't know you're going to have. Like how do you know?
We keep bringing up appearance and how.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
And on a, like in the game,
it's even more complicated than Red Dead Redemption. Because they had a lot in Red Dead Redemption to do, loads of side missions and things, but this is really complicated.
So we just know that clothes and different items in the wizarding world can have different magical properties, and as you explore and as you adventure and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear that have different abilities, and that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing as a wizard and advancing as a wizard. And so
there's a huge list.
Look, these are gloves. You know gloves?
Yeah, I know gloves.
And these are like different things that you can upgrade to the glove.
And so there's a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
And then as the space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes, you know, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding, and as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear, and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look to any other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that, but you can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some.
I love the idea of all of this.
Yeah.
But I am worried it's going to be really hard to follow.
Whenever you want in the gear screen, the loom is specifically about applying.
I can understand they want to put everything inside, but can be complicated, really.
You know, Assassin's Creed, where he had loads of different armor and things like that.
Or talents and things like that.
Did you find that quite complicated?
Yeah, I saw many play game. For me, not so complicated, but for you can be really could be.
You'll notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this vivario. Kind of bigger space on the inside idea. And so you can see here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graphorn and a mooncalf and a niffler and a Nasil as well. So quite a variety.
Wow. I'm afraid.
Big puppy.
They're so cute.
cuddling. Oh my god, they're together.
See a little baby niffler over there next to the tree.
Adorable. And so part of beast care is petting them as well, but feeding them too. And so once you do those things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical ingredients. So mooncalf fur, niffler fur, etc. That can then be used in your gear.
So you've got to look after these animals.
Like, you know, that makes sense because when you touch
On top of everything
Niffler.
else. Yeah.
that's so
Fucking teeth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we really want to hammer home the fact that this is like a home that you're making for them. So in the overland, you can find these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part of doing so is
Look,
rescuing
there's a
them
cat.
and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
What was it? Aww.
Yeah, right.
It's like
So
Hermione's
we have, like, a lot
cat.
of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again, it's the personalization of this space.
Oh my goodness. No, this is like I'm gonna spend 8 hours just designing this whole area. To personalize. This is like cool. It's like you have this little play area, like a personalized fish tank, so to say. Just for the creatures. I love it.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and you're able to purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which
Abicim sen Türkiye'de yaşayacaktın. Bakayım bunları yapabiliyor muyum? Türkiye'de gerçi bu çok iş görür. Kafasına göre tek tek.
You've got to. The thing is with this is you've got to remember to feed the animals, because if you don't feed the animals, you don't get their magic. You don't get their magic, you can't make your potions. So yeah.
Yeah, but this is not nice. Maybe I don't like this
Style.
Yeah.
Or the Nasil as like a little cat really likes to.
Bu güzel değil harbiden yani.
And they're super cute.
Oh my god.
Watching them, it's so cute.
And the big thing we really wanted to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place. And so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland who hunt these beasts for their material. So instead, you're caring for them. You're giving them a home.
Right. Oh my god, this Raphorn is just gigantic. But he looks like my dog. For sure.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
So getting back into that personalization, you know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a Graphorn in here. Like this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
That's a good name.
You know, we've created this really nice space, and you can get additional vivariums, correct? To different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space as well. So as you progress through the story,
Story must be so important because it doesn't show anything else about.
Yeah. No, they're just showing you the world and things.
Yeah, but doesn't show about story anything.
Nothing. There's been nothing about the story. In any of the only thing we know about him or her is that you're joining in year 5.
Yeah.
That he's late coming to Hogwarts. That's the only thing we know about the story, and that you can unlock the old magic.
Is great. You know, tying back to
we don't know anything else.
Kind of thing that you did with like the broom, where the broom is not just a method of travel; it's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like beast care isn't just this.
He should live inside the Hogwarts.
Like narrative and integration.
Now
normally, because after school.
Yeah, so he lives in Hogwarts.
Why he have to go home?
This isn't his home. It's like his room of. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the story.
Here, not inside the Hogwarts.
It is. It's the room of requirement.
Maybe he's right now outside.
Yeah, but that's what the room does. The magic of the room is it is whatever you need it to be.
those things
So in
are what hold
like
recipes that exist in the loom.
the second
So
last Harry
all
Potter,
these
it
have a
was
way of
where the
connecting,
Dumbledore's army
moonstone
fought.
that you find out in the world
Other
is a
times
resource
is
that
where
we
they
use
hid
to conjure everything
Tom Riddle's
that's out
diary.
throughout the world.
Other times is
Or
where
tools we
the
use for
mirror
recipes.
was.
So
So
really
the room of
everything's like
requirement will
everything's
be
like a
whatever
cycle and
you
keeps
need it
coming
to
back.
be.
But even with the story that's being
So obviously
told
he
too,
needs
I
to
think
learn his
who
magic
Poppy is
quicker.
and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you know, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just
When
kind
you
of the
get
tip
some
of
more
the iceberg.
headphones.
Even of kind of your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So, you know, you bringing up Poppy.
You know, we not do it every
there are
time.
more kind of
Together,
mysteries to
we do.
discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with caring for beasts. And so different characters have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've seen today?
I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The
It
world
does
seems
still
so
look amazing.
detailed and there's
I
so many
don't
things to do,
understand
and,
why
the
there's
combat,
so
we're gonna
much
spend, like,
customization
2 weeks or
required.
more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so
Like
much to this world. Like
Because there's so
happy
much
you guys did
customization.
this
Like you can
overall
move nearly
gameplay.
everything in the
And
game. You
that's
can
just
move
the tip of
around
the
and
iceberg.
change
We've
clothes and change
got more for you
spells
to
and change
discover and
names and
find on your
like
own.
it's
Thank
such a
you
big.
so much for
Everything
being
can be
here.
changed and
Thank you for
customized,
watching.
which is
Hogwarts
nice.
Legacy
But
is
why do you
available
need
for
so
pre-order
much?
now. It releases February 10th with 72
Maybe that's
hour
part of the
early access
game.
for
Maybe
owners of the
maybe.
Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe.
I don't think so, yeah.
We're gonna wrap things up, but
Because some companies want to make a long game.
Yeah. It looks amazing
Yeah.
though. I'm still really excited about it.
Evet arkadaşlar, video böyleydi. Açıkçası ben şunu söyleyeyim. Hala bence gameplay'de sıkıntılar var. Yani o combat kısmında gerçekten sıkıntılar var. I still think after some problems in the combat system. Yeah, not working right. Because you're fighting somebody, other NPC look at you, doesn't eat anything, even not moving. I think so this is a problem for me,
I'm not
for everybody. Of course for you not problem,
No,
because
I don't know.
you are not playing every time game.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just because it's a training arena though.
It still can't be like that.
Because I'm thinking of old school Mortal Kombat and things where they didn't fight you back. They just basically stood there and let you punch them in the face.
Yeah.
In the I like that one. In the training camps.
Yeah, of course, but you need to think generally.
Yeah, but then when you went onto the live game, they did fight back. So maybe in the live.
I don't think so, but
We'll see,
we will see. Best interesting place worries for you.
For me, is flying. Is being able to fly around, get outside, look around.
Same for me.
Go to the little hamlets, little villages. That's.
I wish, can we do the Quidditch match or not? For me, so important. I really wonder. When I first watching the Harry Potter, for me, best part of Quidditch. Evet arkadaşlar, video böyleydi. Do you want to say anything else?
No, I'm just saying I'm still excited for the game. What I was worried about last time, I'm still a little bit worried about that it's going to be
So complicated.
so complicated. I think the only good thing about, even if it's complicated, because it is a free world, for me, the kind of player I am, I can just go and look around. Because that's what I don't care
I don't
about
think so.
fighting and
You will so care to make your own room.
no. Well, actually, I do that on my Animal Crossing game, but it's not. I don't know if I would be so focused on it on Harry Potter, but I think there is going to be something for everybody.
Yeah. Video böyleydi arkadaşlar. Eğer videoyu beğendiyseniz like atmayı, abone olmayı, bildirim kutusunu açmayı unutmayın. Sizleri seviyorum. Kendinize iyi bakın. Sağlıcakla kalın.